Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face while you're sleeping. Over the years, Ancient Origins has reported on thousands of archaeological mysteries, many of which have not yet been solved. In this video, we're going to show you 10 incredible unexplained ancient mysteries that still puzzle the human mind. Perhaps one day, we'll find the answers to some of the questions posed by these intriguing things and places. Until then, just sit back as we dive deep into our ancient history. Number 10. The Giza Pyramids. Starting with one of the oldest human-made mysteries, built to endure an eternity, the pyramids have done just that. The monumental tombs are relics of Egypt's Old Kingdom era and were constructed some 4,500 years ago. It is believed that Egypt's pharaohs were expected to become gods in the afterlife. To prepare for the next world, they erected temples to the gods and massive pyramid tombs for themselves, which were filled with all the things that each ruler would need to guide and sustain himself in the next world. The first pyramid was built in 2550 BC. This Great Pyramid is the largest in Giza and is around 481 feet tall. Its estimated 2.3 million stone blocks each weigh an average of 2.5 to 15 tons. Tomb art includes depictions of ancient farmers working their fields and tending livestock, fishing and fowling, carpentry, costumes, religious rituals, and burial practices. Inscriptions and texts also allow research into Egyptian grammar and language. It's still not known how and why the ancient people made the pyramids. From where did they get this technology to build something so huge and magnificent? We don't know, so if you do, let us know. Number 9. The Deverell Villa. Deverell Villa is an ancient palatial Roman villa loaded with ancient Roman artifacts that were discovered completely by accident. A man named Luke Irwin and his wife discovered the villa when they decided to convert an old barn on their property. Electricians discovered it when they were digging to lay electrical lines under the ground. Archaeologists were called to excavate the site, who unearthed the villa carefully, which was dated somewhere to 175 AD. The villa included pottery, oyster shells, brooches, coins, and a stone coffin of a young child. Number 8. The Giant's Causeway. The Giant's Causeway is an area of about 40,000 interlocking basalt columns. Causeway Coast is a spectacular area of global geological importance on the seacoast at the edge of the Antrim Plateau in Northern Ireland. 60 million years ago, a huge volcanic eruption spewed out a mass of molten basalt, which then solidified and contracted as it cooled, creating the cracks that can be seen today. There are an estimated 37,000 polygon columns at this World Heritage Site, so geometrically perfect that local legend has it they were created by a giant. The dramatic site has inspired legends of giants striding over the sea to Scotland. Many scientists don't believe in giants, so they're not sure how these things came into being. Geological studies of these formations over the last 300 years have greatly contributed to the development of the earth sciences. Number 7. The Ancient Computer of China. In 1900, an amazing encrusted bronze object of undetermined use was found on the small island of Antikythera. One of the curious scientists decided to clean it and found that it was a complex instrument with cogwheels fitting into one another. Finely graduated circles and inscriptions marked on the instrument in ancient Greek were apparently related to its function. Based on the cargo, it was dated to about the 1st century BC. It seemed to be a sort of astronomical clock without a pendulum, but no Greek or Roman writer has ever described such an ancient computer, though many other wonders of antiquity are mentioned. Researchers have long debated where the device was built and by whom. The enigmatic Antikythera mechanism is still full of secrets. The archaeologists believe that there must be some predecessors to this fine instrument, but none have been found. The biggest question that emerged out of this discovery is how did the Greeks manage to build this complex mechanism without any technology at their disposal? Or was there technology that we don't know of? There are many such questions, but no answers. Number 6. Costa Rican Dragon Balls. In the 1930s, workers from the United Fruit Company began clearing the land in a valley in Costa Rica. They came across several perfectly round stone spheres that looked like dragon balls, just very huge ones. These giant stone spears, with some dating as far back as AD 600, can be found all over the Diquís Delta of southern Costa Rica. Locally known as Las Bolas, or the Ball, Most of these rocks are made from a rock known as gabbro and are made from molten magma. They were made during the pre-Columbian civilization period. According to archaeologists, people of that civilization used small stones to carve these stones into perfect circles. However, some non-experts speculate that these spheres were used for the purpose of astronomy. Others believe that these rocks were used to show direction to important places. Though they're clearly man-made, exactly who made these, how they did it, and when it happened and why remains unclear. The real reason is only being speculated. According to John W. Hoops, the Chibchan people inhabited this region, and they perished due to the Spanish conquests. So the reason to have these spherical rocks also passed with them. Number 5. Oracle Chamber. This place is known for its acoustic properties. It's an underground cave system covering around 500 meters on 3 levels, with various interconnecting corridors and passageways that lead to a number of small chambers. Built between 3000 to 2500 BC, cave system was rediscovered in 1902, and since then there has been particular interest in one of the rooms named the Oracle Chamber. With its ceilings intact, the underground structure holds secrets of a strange play of sound in the stone room and halls. Scientists believe that it is a forgotten technology that operates in the human emotional sphere. Space is said to amplify voices dramatically, with certain frequencies resonating enough to be felt through the body. The whole place still hasn't been completely discovered, but the scientists are trying to find the reason behind the place. Number 4. Williams Enigmalith. The mysterious Williams Enigmalith has confused modern researchers for more than 15 years. The find was named to honor his discoverer, the electrical engineer, and the traveler John G. Williams. Scientists have found that the age of the ancient stone is at least 100,000 years, and its strange component, which looks like an electrical plug, is literally fused into the surface. It cannot be ruled out that the stone has been formed over 1,000 years around the so-called electrical component. And that means that the age of the electrical plug is much more than 100,000 years. Isn't that fascinating? Not enough is known about this mysterious plug, so we'll have the scientists figure it out while we move to our next mysterious find. It'll definitely surprise you, so hang tight. Number 3. Batteries in the ancient world. A small, undecorated artifact with rather a plain appearance is believed by some scientists to be an example of a primitive electrical power source. Known as the Parthian battery, or the so-called Baghdad battery, the artifact is thought to be 2,000 years old. It was first found in 1936 by railroad workers in the area of Tel Kujat Rabu, south of Baghdad. Most sources date the batteries to around 200 BC, but the first known electric battery, the voltaic pile, was not invented by Italian physicist Alessandro Volta until 1799. The bottoms of these mysterious cylinders were capped with copper discs and sealed with bitumen or asphalt. Another insulating layer of bitumen sealed the tops of the pots and held in place iron rods suspended into the center of the copper cylinders. The rods showed strong evidence of having been corroded by an acid solution that evaporated long ago. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it on a future video. Number 2. Bolivian Sphere. You might think this is another of the Costa Rican Dragon Ball, but we're here to tell you this one is completely different. This massive sphere was discovered in the town of Zavidovici in Bosnia. It's believed to be the largest man-made sphere in the world, even bigger than the ones found in Costa Rica. The giant object is proof that humans had advanced technology thousands of years ago. But the main thing is that nobody can explain what it is. We know it's a sphere, but for what? We still don't know. The archaeologist stated this mysterious stone sphere was around 30 tons. He also said this mysterious ball was at least 15,000 years old. Of course, the probability that the huge stone of perfect spherical shape was created by nature goes to 0. This is precisely why the scientist is sure this sphere is clearly man-made. Amazing, right? Number 1. The Xi'an Terracotta Army. The Xi'an Terracotta Army is known as one of the most influential accidental discoveries of all time. In March of 1974, a group of peasants digging a well in drought-parched Shaanxi province in northwest China unearthed fragments of a clay figure. the first evidence of what would turn out to be one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of modern times. Not sure what laid beneath the dirt, they called in a team of archaeologists who were stunned to discover 8,000 life-size terracotta soldiers under the earth. Over time, it was discovered that the Terracotta Army is a collection of terracotta sculptures depicting the armies of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. It's a form of funerary art buried with the emperor in 210 to 209 BCE to protect the emperor in his afterlife. The artifacts also included horses and chariots, and it was found that each sculpture was very detailed, with every soldier having different facial features. Such an amazing sculpted art, can you just imagine how long it must have taken to build the entire army, only to bury it afterward? Which one of these fascinated you the most? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.